Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm Matt.
And this is GameChat with Ben and Matt.
Welcome to episode 5 of GameChat with Ben and Matt. The great song you hear in the background is off the Last of Us soundtrack, titled The Last of Us.
By Gustavo Santaolalla.
There you go. We had a little bit of trouble with that last name.
We had to do this intro a couple times.
Yeah.
But
Oh well.
Yeah, so we should probably say this up front. We're gonna go to try out a 30-minute format.
A little bit shorter, yeah. Well,
half.
We'll aim for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Wherever we end up stopping, but make it a little. You can sit down and watch it a little quicker.
Yeah. But how's your week, Matt? I'll start a little casual.
It was pretty good.
Pretty good?
I had a good week. Boring week, but
yeah,
good week. Good thing I got my internet back on, so.
Yeah, that's good. Play any good games?
Past week, let's see, what did I play? Played some Crysis 3.
Mm-hmm.
I bought that on Monday. Monday. It's not bad. It's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's a shooter.
Yeah.
Although it is kind of nice having extra elements of stealth and having the option to go invisible.
Yeah.
And sneak up behind people and just right in the
yeah.
It's really cool, though, with the bow, too, because you don't break stealth when you use the bow.
That is cool.
Like, if you pull out the gun and you start shooting, you're boom, right into action. But if you pull out the bow, you can pick them off.
Yeah, I was like,
what's going on over there?
I was like,
it's like Dishonored, kind of.
Yeah, allow you to make your own tactics. You know, like I want to take all the guys out over here, and I'm going to take. That's always fun to me. Like Assassin's Creed does that, where you can, there's like a field full of guys, and you could say, you know what, I'm going to take out those 3 guys over there, and then I'm going to take out the guys from the watchtower, and
always got to get the guys from the watchtower first, because they're the most dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Up there shooting at you with rifles.
Yeah, earlier we were talking about Assassin's Creed, and you were talking about how you wanted it to...
I want it to end. I love Assassin's Creed. Do not get me wrong. Assassin's Creed is one of my favorite franchises of games.
Why do you want it to end?
But it needs to end. Too many. I mean, there comes a point where you have the same... Well, they're not the same game. Assassin's Creed is very different every year. Different settings. Mechanics are obviously... They obviously can't...
But they work. That's why.
They work very well. And then one of the games, what was it? The Middle-earth game.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings Middle-earth game is coming out. Is it later this year?
Something.
I hope later this year. I'm really excited for it. You were getting a little ticked off that it is exactly... Well,
that's the beef I had with Watch Dogs, is I saw I was watching a Watch Dogs gameplay. I was really excited for that when that was first announced. I saw Watch Dogs and I was like, oh, Watch Dogs. Mm-hmm. But then when you look at it, a lot of the mechanics are very similar to Assassin's Creed. Yeah. And I don't want that. I want new... I know it's just me bitching, but I want new stuff.
And Lord of the Rings what is it? Lord of the Rings... Ooh. Something Middle-earth. You know the title of the Lord of the Rings game?
The new one?
New one, yeah.
I can't remember.
Anyway.
I know that's bad, but...
Yeah. Well, the new Lord of the Rings game, it is exactly Assassin's Creed 2.
And they've been accused of taking Assassin's Creed 2 coding and various other things, but when you look at that game, it is Assassin's Creed. Like, yeah, it's so obvious.
And like even the
if you haven't seen gameplay, go watch it and you'll see what we're talking about.
Even a developer for Assassin's Creed was talking about, how did they get our code? That is our game, and they don't have any. I could be wrong, but I don't think they have any legal. They can't sue over it or anything.
I don't think so.
And to me, see, I can understand being mad about it, but it's just something that works so well that I am excited. Because when we were playing an old Lord of the Rings game, I was talking to you about why can't they just make this game with Assassin's Creed mechanics? And then sure enough, we find out 20 minutes later, they are making one with Assassin's Creed mechanics exactly. But because you look at the Batman Arkham games, it's something that works so well that I wish more games would use that combat system.
And then there's always the drawbacks of doing a bad job with it, like Sleeping Dogs. I felt Sleeping Dogs tried too hard to incorporate that. I didn't like Sleeping Dogs. Just to throw that out there right now.
I only played like an hour of it, and I thought it was okay.
But it tried so hard to be the same mechanics as the Arkham franchise does, with the counters and all that, but with the other elements of the game.
See, I wish they would just make it like public domain, where like everyone can use this Batman Arkham like combat system, just because it works so well.
But then it wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be unique to Batman. I get that, but there's so many games that you play that are just these busted mechanics where it's like, oh well, I don't want to go fight that guy because I'd rather just run away or something.
Always end up back at The Last of Us. Blended mechanics and everything. It was so so good. That's where I always end up back. If somebody's talking about video games, Last of Us always comes up at some point.
But back to Assassin's Creed, like I was saying, I think. See, you think it should end. I think they should just go to a bi-yearly release. So they work really hard, because that's another weird thing about like Ubisoft. They like spread themselves almost too thin, I feel, because they're like, oh well, we have Ubisoft Montreal working on, Assassin's Creed 5, and we have Ubisoft. You alright there, buddy?
Yeah. I got myself a
foot
big
cramp?
old foot cramp.
Ooh, those are bad.
Yeah.
Eat more bananas. Apparently that's...
I had one for breakfast this morning.
Maybe that.
I had banana and oatmeal.
I don't know. Anyway.
Keep going.
But I think if they would just focus on one game for 2 years and then release it, a bi-yearly system, I think that would be great.
See, one thing that I heard was that they were planning on making a current-gen Assassin's Creed and a previous gen being PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, making two separate games in a year.
That'd be neat.
In a year.
Huh. See, I just feel like if they did that, like I said earlier, that spread them even more thin. But I don't know. I mean, what they're doing works clearly because they make great games. But I just feel, okay. I don't know where I was going with that. Bi-yearly. Any more thoughts on that?
No, that's like the same thing with Telltale. They've got all these series in the works, and they've got to make sure that they spread them out so that it doesn't affect quality, because quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity.
Oh, the title for that Lord of the Rings game, by the way, was Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Pretty good. I'm excited for it. Oh my gosh, that is Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. We were watching the gameplay for it not too long ago, and that was Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. I don't mind, though. I like it. I liked Assassin's Creed.
You can't hate on Assassin's Creed. Everybody likes Assassin's Creed.
And I love Lord of the Rings. So, two things coming together, that's awesome for me.
I mean, it
You've
works
never seen Lord of the Rings.
When no, I don't know why, but
I'm going to say it now, so we have to do it. We're going to make Trilogy Talk a series on our YouTube channel where we talk about trilogies, or just movies in general. Whatever.
Yeah, it's not really a limited thing. It's kind of just whatever.
Just like this podcast is. But, yeah, I think it'd be fun to just sit down, watch all 3 Lord of the Rings movies.
Watch them and then talk.
And then talk about them.
Be like, man, that sucked. And probably not. They're probably pretty damn good.
They are very good, yeah.
Because that's all I've heard.
The third one won Best Picture. An Oscar.
Did it?
For a fantasy movie. It was ridiculous. I'm back on movies. You always go to The Last of Us? I always go to movies.
It seems that that's kind of...
Yeah, that's the trend here. What I was going to talk about, another thing that I wanted to bring up, was talking about the new Tomb Raider, how they're going to upscale it, you know what I'm talking about? Like, they're making, like, the next-gen version.
It's out in, what, a week?
Is that out in a week?
Is it out now?
I don't know. We'll have to check.
I don't think so, but I'm pretty sure it comes out. It comes out this month, I know that.
Yeah.
Keep turning the damn keyboard clicks back on.
I like the keyboard click on the iPad.
As hell on the iPad.
I like it.
Comes out January 28th, so it's right around the corner, Tuesday.
Makes sense. Most things released on Tuesday.
Yeah. Infamous is a Friday.
Is it?
Gotta go pick that one up at midnight. We should go pick that one up at midnight.
I don't have a PlayStation 4.
You're gonna have one by March. You
Probably
know
not.
You're gonna have one by March. Well, either way, we're going to get it at midnight.
I'm gonna get a new iPad first. That'll take a big chunk of my money.
Yeah, and then I'll buy your old iPad. There's a quarter of the PS4 money right there.
There we go. That's a good point. South Korea's 5G network will let you download a full movie in a second.
What were you saying about Tomb Raider? We stopped with Tomb Raider. I don't know where that went.
Oh, I don't really remember, to be honest. No, I think I was just... I started, and then I realized we had talked about it on the last episode. When I was talking about... I'm still debating on whether or not buying it. I think I'm going to get Bioshock Infinite first.
On your 360?
360, yeah.
You're going to pick up that bundle? Because it's actually cheaper to buy that bundle.
What's the bundle again?
Skyrim. It's actually cheaper to buy that bundle than it is to buy Bioshock by itself.
Well, then, yeah, I might. I also want to get Borderlands, but I don't know. No.
The Game of the Year edition is on sale right now at GameStop.
Excuse me. You know me. I always have problems, like, getting myself really into a game. Like, for the past week, I haven't played any games. You know, I've been watching movies. Watching some things on my HBO Go. Band of Brothers and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just worried that I'm going to spend, $60 or whatever it is for Bioshock Infinite.
And then not play it?
Yeah, and then just
not play it. It's Bioshock.
Yeah.
Bioshock Infinite is damn good.
I did beat 1 and 2.
And I know a lot of people I've heard a lot of people say, oh, Bioshock Infinite is like the worst Bioshock, but in my opinion, it's the best Bioshock. It is fantastic. I mean, not many people have said it's the worst Bioshock, but I've heard that from a couple people. Mm-hmm. And I personally, I wasn't a huge fan of Bioshock 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I don't know why they just never grabbed me, but Bioshock Infinite is just so good. It's stellar.
I was scared of Bioshock 1 and 2.
Pretty sure a lot of people were. You're not the only one out there.
It was terrifying. Those crazy people. Sorry for that quiet moment. I was taking a drink. What else can we talk about here? What else we got? Any news? Any interesting?
Sony teased a announcement for the Vita Slim, which is right down your alley because you're looking to get a Vita.
I am looking to get. I have a lot of things I want to buy.
Yeah, I do too.
I also got to get some money. So
yeah, that's the most important thing right now is getting a job, getting that money. I got a summer job, so
that's good.
Or a job for over the summer when classes are over. So
yeah,
I'll be making that paper.
But the Vita Slim, what's all that different about that?
Different display. It's an LCD instead of a OLED.
Okay.
Which the OLED is richer.
Got it.
Richer.
And isn't it like lighter though?
Yeah, it's thinner and it's lighter. That's why, hence Vita Slim.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. And then, but it's in 6 colors in Japan, I believe. Six.
I'm just worried that I wouldn't. I'm worried I wouldn't use it enough.
I use my Vita a lot. I've been playing my Vita a lot lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had the PSP. Hardly use that thing. And I know PSP and PS Vita aren't the same at all.
Oh,
but
no.
I'm just worried that I'll pick up a Vita and just not end up playing. I guess if I get... It all depends on what games I get. Because I want to get Little Big Planet because I never really got to play that on console.
Because you didn't have a PS3.
Yeah, and that one's sort of made for Vita, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a special Little Big Planet.
And then I'll probably get that Uncharted game. Just because...
Golden Abyss, yes.
More in the Uncharted world.
I mean, you can... It's Nathan Drake. You can't go wrong with more Nathan Drake.
Eventually they're going to have a... Borderlands game.
Borderlands 2 comes out on Vita March 21st.
Really? Of this year?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's quite a few Vita games in March. There's pretty good Vita games.
Yeah, I'll probably have to get that. Yeah, maybe I will just get.
You can just skip that on consoles and pick
I'm wondering.
I'm pretty sure that it's a port. It's a direct port, and I'm trying to think because they're doing it internally at Sony Entertainment.
Yeah.
Sony Studio. There's some studio at Sony's doing the port of it because obviously 2K doesn't have any reason to
support it or spend their resources on it. Okay, 2 questions about the Vita. Don't know if you'll know the answer. Question number 1: can you talk to friends in like a party type thing? You can?
Yeah.
Like plug in your headphones and talk to them?
Yeah, you can plug in your headphones with a mic and stuff.
Okay, that's because that leads into my second question, which is Borderlands, because that's a really friend-heavy game. You know, it's a game where it's the most fun if you are playing it with like a buddy. You know, so if I got Borderlands on Vita and you got Borderlands on
Vita, which I probably will, yes,
we could be.
Yeah, we can do the same thing with Little Big Planet.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so, yeah, man, you're sweetening the pot here for the Vita. How much are Vitas?
Right now they're $199 for the new bundle with Walking Dead. But I mean, at this point, it depends what you want. It depends if you want a better display or a smaller Vita.
Yeah. That'll have to be I'll have to think on that one.
Yeah, you'll have to decide. But wait until Thursday. Find out if they're actually going to bring the Slim here. If that's what I think they said the announcement was on Thursday.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of people are pretty sure it's a Vita Slim because of the remark of it being slimmest art announcement.
Yeah. On Amazon, they're $300 for a Vita Slim. No thank you.
Oh, that's because it's right now it's an import.
Yeah. That's what Leonardo DiCaprio always says in Blood Diamond. Yeah. Back to movies. Sorry, games.
March 18th is Borderlands 2 on Vita.
Okay.
So it's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Which I have a big decision that I have to make because I want Titanfall.
Yeah.
And I have the 360. I don't have an Xbox One right now because I don't have the money for one. And I don't particularly want one at the moment.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I should buy Titanfall for my 360 or wait however long and get that and buy Borderlands on Vita or possibly Thief for my PS4 or Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes.
Okay, let me just give you some options here because Titanfall
looks really good.
It's one of those things where I like a story mode, so the fact that it's
That's
always
the only
online
problem
is kind of deterring me.
Yeah,
but
same with Destiny, but I'll buy Destiny because PS4, so I don't have anything to worry about.
But when you look at Titanfall, that's one of those games that since it's multiplayer only, it's gonna have a more finite existence, if you know what I mean. You know, like you look at a Call of Duty game, day one, you have tons of people on.
Most people who go to Call of Duty, they jump straight to the multiplayer.
Yeah, but then you look at the same Call of Duty a year later, and there's still usually a lot of people on.
But that's because there's a new Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But if you look at Halo,
Mm-hmm.
Lots of people are still playing Halo 4.
Yeah.
I was playing Halo 4 a couple days ago. I really enjoy Halo. That's the one thing that makes me upset, is that I have to buy an Xbox One to play the next Halo.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if... I don't know if I want to spend another couple $100 to buy another game console. Because the only things I really see me using the Xbox One for are exclusive games.
Yeah.
And NFL. Because you can watch all the NFL games on your
How unprofessional.
Xbox One.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I see what you're saying. And I also see, the argument to want to wait because you could see, oh, well, I'll wait now until there's all these new features out. Because, right now, HBO Go still isn't on Xbox One.
It's actually going to be on PS3 and PS4 pretty soon.
I know, but I'm waiting for it to go on Xbox One. And then, because you look at the Xbox 360 when it launched and Xbox 360 now, completely different console.
Oh, same with the PlayStation 3.
Mm-hmm.
Especially you look at the PlayStation Store, it was a web page when it first launched.
Yeah. But... So, the thing about PlayStation 4, for me, is I keep thinking, well, number one, I'm either waiting for a bundle, which probably isn't going to happen, or in, a year, there's going to be a new, maybe not a Slim, but, here's the newer version. It's the 2.0. If that makes sense. The PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be like any real differences, but, there will be stuff like that. What are you looking at?
No, computer froze for a second.
Uh-oh.
I was a little scared there, but we're good. We're good.
Okay. I thought you were looking at the time and we were at like 2 hours. Just like, what?
I saw the time on the bottom. It says that I have 307 hours of disk space remaining.
Oh,
I
nice.
didn't see the disk space. And I was like, well, that doesn't make sense. But then I saw that nothing was moving on the screen, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always scary when we're recording on a computer and we think something might... Like when we recorded our Last of Us video, our Last of Us sort of spoiler video, which was hard because it was actually funny because at the end of it we were like, okay, how long was that? Like 20 minutes? And it was like 41 minutes or whatever, 42
Holy
minutes.
Shit.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? Why did we go that long? So we apologize for going that long on the thing, but you know what? You can never go too long with Ben and Matt.
You can never go too long on The Last of Us.
That's right. Yeah, I wonder what our next video is going to be. I'll have to think about it.
When you beat BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, that'll be our next spoiler.
Because that's an interesting ending. That's all I'll say about it.
And then I really want to get our movie sort of series out. And that might be one that, because sometimes, for our podcast, we always have to schedule when we're going to meet and plan, and
sit down and...
Yeah.
But with that, you
with
don't
the movie
really
thing, yeah. We could do that at any time.
We've already seen the movies. Then, yeah.
And then, if, we can't, meet for 1 week and we have to miss, a podcast, then I'll just throw up, a solo video talking about a movie, Never know. Maybe you'll throw up a video. This is both of our channel. We can both do whatever we want. I'm leaving, actually. This is my announcement. This is my departure from GameChat with Ben and Matt. From now on, it will just be GameChat with Matt. I'm starting my own rival podcast.
GameChat with Ben.
Vote now. We'll have a poll going, and whoever loses in the votes
has to buy a pizza.
Actually, no, they're punished by death. Executed.
You
will be hanged.
More fond of the pizza idea, but
I don't know.
Because I wouldn't mind a pizza because everybody's gonna vote for the unstoppable Matt,
the Nazi.
Hey, I ain't no Nazi.
What do you think of our new room that we're recording in?
I like it.
Yeah,
got this nice table.
Yeah,
this nice
board games.
Wall of board games.
Yeah, you'll see it next video we post.
Maybe.
Don't know when. Yeah, it depends. The only thing I had the problem about with the kitchen was that we'd get this weird ping every time we would talk, because it would echo.
Yeah.
That's what I was noticing when we went back and watched some of them. I don't watch any of the episodes.
Edited.
Yeah. I watched the first 30 seconds of the video and the last 30 seconds of the video. It's usually what I watch.
That's interesting. It says here that Tomb Raider I just got an email that says Tomb Raider Definitive Edition available now.
Did Laura Croft send that to you? From her email?
Yeah, her personal email. She's like, hey, Matt, you should come play me again.
So it says it's out now?
Yeah. Which is weird, because I just saw the 28th. But, whatever. I mean, the sooner the better. So, I mean, you can go pick that up now, I guess.
I guess so.
Get that on your Xbox One.
You heard it here first.
Prettier, sexier Laura Croft on next gen.
South Korea, I said this earlier, but South Korea.
Oh my god.
It's interesting, man.
See, imagine using that internet that 5G? You can download a movie in 1 second with PlayStation Now. No latency for The Last of Us.
Well, South Korea has announced a $1.5 billion plan to upgrade its network to 5G capability by 2020.
Why can't we do that here?
Well, I mean, I'm sure
my phone can't support 4G, so I'm still a little behind.
Well, they've got Samsung, so I'm sure Samsung will be like, listen, we're going to throw it over there in the States. Get those old round eyes on it. I was watching a Vietnam documentary.
Oh my goodness. That's so unbelievably wrong.
I was watching a Vietnam documentary, and it's horrible when it's Vietnam in HD on the History Channel, and there's just some messed up stuff. And there was one documentary that came after that was from it was really interesting the way they played it, because Vietnam in HD, it's from the American perspective. And then there was it was the Vietnam from a Vietnamese perspective. That was like the second documentary. And it was very interesting, because they both had like the same stories. They were like, this isn't a war that we want to be fighting, but we have to, You look at soldiers, like, it's not there. I don't know why I'm talking about war now. Anyway. Vietnam. Messed up war. Anyway, so Matt, anything you wanna mention?
I'm hoping Borderlands 2 with the Vita has something like cross save.
Oh yeah,
with the PS3 version, because I played the PS3 version. I'm not done with it. Mm-hmm. It's a fun game, but I would love to play it on Vita, sitting on the going to school, sitting on, because I got to take the damn city bus to school.
Yeah, I think that whole cross-save thing is just, like, the way to go.
It's awesome.
It's so nice.
For Guacamelee, I've used it quite a bit, because I never know what system I want to play that on. So when I'm at home, I'm obviously going to play it on the television.
Yeah.
And then when I'm out, most of the time when I'm playing Vita, if I'm not at home, I'm on a break at school or some nonsense.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Or I'm on an airplane, or I'm sitting in the car, or I'm...
Yeah. Gosh, I gotta get a Vita. You've been talking that.
Buy the new iPad first, so I can buy your iPad, and then you can get a Vita.
All right.
It's all a cycle. You'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah. Glad to know you jurisdict what I spend my money on.
But then think about it though. If you buy the new iPad first, you get $100 from me, which is half of your Vita cost.
So let's say I get the iPad first. Then what do I get? Do I get the PlayStation 4 first, or do I get the Vita first?
It depends.
Well, I think, honestly I would go...
you can wait for PS4.
Yeah, I would go Vita first, just because I have an Xbox One and I haven't played it in...
Kind of you're in the same boat that I'm in.
Like, upwards of 2 weeks I haven't played it.
You're in the same boat that I'm in. Like, there's no need to have both next-gen consoles right now.
Yeah, I have Forza and Call of Duty, and I haven't touched either of them.
I have... let's see. I played Killzone all the way through on my PS4.
I did play Just Dance, quite a bit.
There you go. You found your game.
But still, like, all these games are going to this dumb format that, like, mobile games are going to, where it's so much paywalls, or not even like paywalls for the games, but it's just they push DLC so hard nowadays.
Oh, like
and it's great
microtransactions and whatnot.
Yeah, and it's
are annoying.
Yeah, it's great if you have like an actual DLC where it's like, here's a story and here's, like the Last of Us DLC, or even like the way Call of Duty does DLC, where they're like, here's a new zombies pack. But when you're just trying to cram this like new car pack, it's like, why can't you just put those in there from the beginning? Why can't you just sell a complete game? Which is really annoying me, because like there was one car, I don't remember which car it was, but I had saved up on Forza for a car, and then when I was about to go buy it, it was like, sorry, you can't buy that, you have to get the Car Legends pack or whatever. And it just made me so mad.
Did you scream pretty loud?
I did not scream, no.
I would have screamed.
I know.
Probably smashed.
You got a short fuse, Matt.
Smashed the console over my knee. Started throwing a fit. I got a short fuse. But one of the interesting things is, if you have the Xbox One with the HDMI, since you can plug a HDMI into the back of it, theoretically you could plug your PS4 or your PS3 or your 360 into the back of the Xbox One and play that console through the interface on the Xbox One.
That would be cool.
Theoretically, that it should work like that. Theoretically, we should test that out with your Xbox.
We should test it. We'll make a video. Maybe.
See if it works. Well, we're gonna test it, and we'll find out if it works. We'll do that
sometime.
In a couple minutes.
Yeah. How much time we got?
29 minutes and 22 seconds.
Looks like it's about that time then.
We're getting there, but I'm really excited for Borderlands on Vita.
Yeah. Closing thoughts?
About that. Closing thoughts. I mean, video games are cool.
That's right.
I play them a lot.
I'm excited for Borderlands on Vita. I might get it. I'm excited for a Vita.
Well, technically, you can never play video games too much, so.
Yeah, I guess that's it for this week.
I'm Está Mucho exited.
What?
Excited.
Oh.
I'm Matt Exited.
Oh, Spanish. Alright, well, if you want to get updates for the show, follow us on Twitter at GameChatBenMatt. I am on Twitter at CaptainBenG.
And you can follow moi at MatrixDude49.
Nice.
And drop us all a follow. Would do yourself a great service and receive these fantastic tweets that we put forth.
That's right. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Digital Spectrum, but I guess
Click below.
I guess you're already on the channel. So.
You're already here, so go ahead and click that button underneath this video.
Or maybe just a like or a comment, because
all of them.
We don't
just
get comments.
All three.
Yeah,
all
just
three.
something. Or none of them. Yeah, it's your choice. Whatever. I don't want to pressure people. We're not in the business of,
we're not here to harm people.
Bullying and fear marketing.
We're not going to pull a Microsoft and pay people to pro-market the Xbox One on YouTube, or EA to pro-play their games on YouTube. I don't know what I said for Xbox One, but yeah, there was a bunch of rumors about that they were paying YouTubers for better
review types.
Better reviews and whatnot.
Do you remember that picture it was like the Xbox at E3 or whatever, and it was a picture of, they opened up like the bottom of it, and there was an actual like computer in there. It wasn't running on the Xbox. I don't know. That was a while ago.
That's really interesting.
Anyway, that's been our show. Thanks for listening.
Yes, thank you very much.
We'll see you next week, hopefully.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.